Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Appreciate everybody watching my channel. Uh, Tonight we're going to talk about the best way to play the game. We're going to talk about the DC, the Don't Come. What's the best way to play the Don't Come? A lot of people don't play it. A lot of people don't even know it's on the table. DC, it's called. What's the best way to play the DC? I'm going to show you my best scenario, best ideal situation. Type in the comments below what's the best way you feel like playing the DC. Again, I appreciate everybody watching my videos. Let's do it. The best way to play the DC. I'm going to play it in conjunction with other bets today. This is how I feel it's the best way to play. We're going to say it's a $10 table. I'm going to play from the Don't Pass. Let's roll it out, see what happens. Let's talk about it. This is what I feel is the best way to play the DC. We got a 4. That's a beauty for somebody on the Don't Pass. So, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to play the DC right away. I'm going to go table minimum, $10. Change. I'm going to go 2 units each number. And I'm not going to play the DC immediately. Not yet. Soon. We got a yo. The DC bar, in case you don't know, the DC is the same as a Don't Pass bet in the middle of the game. When the puck is on and you want to play the Don't, you can play the Don't Come bar. Okay? So the same rules would apply. You would win on the first roll if you're on the DC of a 2 or 3, push on the 12, and you would lose on 7 or 11. We got a hard 6, so we're going to collect money. We're going to make $14. For the sake of the video, I'm going to put a pile right there, how much we're collecting. So the point was 4, yo, then we rolled a 6. So I collected on 1 box number. I want to collect on 1 more box number, and you know, when I'm playing the DC, I'm going to go 2 box number hits, and then start a continuous DC bet. We got a 7. Well, that's not going to help us. All right, so we're going to win $10. Well, that was not too good. We got $24. We made 24, but we lost 10, 20, 30, 40, 54. So we lost $30. The reason why I'm waiting to play the DC, so I lost $30. So the reason why I'm waiting to play the DC is to kind of prevent against that hot shooter. I'm preventing 4 extra, this time was, 4 extra rolls towards that hot shooter, and we're collecting money up front to prevent against that hot shooter. Let's just roll it out again. Let's see what happens. So we're 10 on the Don't Pass. Table minimum is 10. Hopefully we can see this play out. If not, oh well. We got a 10. Wow. Too bad I only had $10 on the Don't, huh? We had a point of 4 and a point of 10. Wow. So, point is 10. What I'm going to do as well is do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to go 2 units. Every number before I start the DC action, because I'm going to collect money up front as I shift the DC. So I could still lose a DC bet, and I'm still in the positives. Okay? Hopefully we can play this out, and I can show you. Let's go. just started rolling tonight, so I should be a good don't pass shooter tonight. Oh, that's funny stuff. We got another set, folks. We're gonna win $10. Yikes. I'm just gonna rebuy for what I've got up top. 10, 20, 30, 40, 54. Yikes. $54 were rebought in, folks. I'm across again, 54. Well, this is not panning out the way I wanted it to. Although we haven't hit a point. This is just how I feel is the best way to play it. It's to collect numbers up front. We're 10 on the pass line. That's a bet. 10 on the pass line. That is a bet. That is a bet. 10 on the pass line. I feel like collecting up front a couple of hits reduces the risk at the back end on a hot shooter. We got a hard 4. Wow. Wow. We have been just all over the points of 4 and 10. That's making a dope video or a DC video. That should be awesome. Outstanding. We had a $10 pass line bet. That was a verbal bet. All right. Now I'm looking for 2 box hits, and then I'm going to start the DC action. This is just like I did before. Yo, good thing I wasn't on the DC yet, because we would have lost in the DC. I'm looking for 2 box hits. Today's topic is the best way to play the DC. In my opinion, it's 2 hits, 2 box hits, and then we start that continuous DC action. We got box cards. Too bad we're not on the Auto Small. Great start for that. Again, we're wasting numbers. We don't want to see those horn numbers rolled right now. We want to hit box numbers. We want to hit those numbers up top. Collect our money. We got a 5. So we're going to collect $14. And I'm just going to stack it. For the sake of the video, 14 bucks. Okay, that's 1 box hit. So when you're at the casino, you're just tracking 1 hit. Every time you collect money, we're looking for 2 collections, and then we're going to start our DC. We got a 10 easy. All right. Now, we're going to collect $18. I'm going to do 20 for 2. 20 for 2. So, let's just evaluate this. Let's look at it from a logical perspective. Right now, I've banked $25, $32. We have $32 coming to us. Right now, I've made $32. If a big red comes right now, yes, I've got 54, but I'm going to win 10, so that's 44. So right now, if a big red comes, I would only lose $12. So if I can get 1 DC to transfer in play, we're going to be golden because I'm going to hit a box number, which will have more than the $44 difference, and we'll also have the DC bet up there. Let me show you. Now we're going to start a continuous DC. It's a $10 table. I'm just going to do a 10 DC. We're not going to do anything crazy. Hey, we win. We got an AC doozy. That's a beauty right there, folks. You win on the DC bar. That's like the don't pass. Come on, roll. You're going to win on AC doozy. 2 and a 3, you win $10. Beautiful. We're just going to bank that in our money right here. Continuation. We're going to have a $10 DC every week. Again, Type in the comments down below the best way you play the DC. We got a 6 easy, okay? So what we're going to do, folks, and now that it's an even number, I'm going to show you the other thing we're going to do. So I'm going to get paid $14 on that hit. So what I'm going to do is take that down, okay? I'm going to put that up here because that wasn't money I actually made. That's all the money we've made so far. Now my $10 DC, what happens, the dealer takes care of that, and the dealer puts it up on the top. That's a DC bet. It's like the come out roll. It gets moved to the number that is rolled. Now you're hoping that the shooter rolls a 7 before the 6 to get paid $10. Now we're going to continue with a 10 DC. Now, because that number is an even number, I'm going to take $1 out of the profits, and I'm going to bet the hard 6. One way I could lose that $10 is if a hard 6 is roll. It's worth $1 to me. I'm going to get paid 9 for protection on that bet. Okay? Any even number, I'll put $1 out there for protection. Okay, let's go. So basically, we wanted to hit money on the front end, 2 box hits, and then we're going to try to hit money on the back end when we hit that inevitable big red 7. We got a 10 easy. That's a good one. That's $18. So we're going to collect $18. I'm going to put $1 on that hard 10 out of the profits. I'm going to collect 10. And we're going to now move to the DC 10. So let's just take a look how much we have at risk versus how much we've made so far. So I've got 10 at risk, 20, 30, 40, 50, 62, $64 at risk. That's 55, 65, $72. We've made $72. So we have more money made than we have at risk right now. Right now it's stress-free. You know, when you start playing the DC action every roll, you want to hit that DC, I would say, within, 5 to 7 rolls. We started the DC, I don't know, 3 rolls ago maybe. So we're starting to get in that crunch time of wanting to hit the DC. It would be nice to pick off one more of these numbers to collect and pull down. That would be awesome. And then the inevitable big red 7. Now, if you believe in different types of dice sets, then once you're on the DC, then you can go to one of your all 7 sets. Or just randomly chuck them if you're in a good groove that day. All right, we got a hard 8. So we're going to collect $14 up front. I'm going to do 15 for $1. That was good. That was a good one for us. Now the DC is going to go to the 8. I'm going to put that $12 I had at risk up in my bank because that's not what I won. And then just took it down. So we've made all this money so far. Now, a lot of people say, well, Big AZ, I'm going to put $1 on the hard 8. Why are you betting the pass line? I mean, not pass line. Place bets. And then go into the DC. Well, I'm looking to collect money because I just made $14. Remember, we made $14 every time we hit one of these. Or I made 18 on the 10. So I could lose a DC and still be in the profits. Okay. Well, basically what happens is, okay, I've made 14 already. So I could lose this DC, another DC goes up. I'm still up $4. I can lose that next DC, now down $6. And then if the inevitable 7 hits, you're still up, what, $6 or $4, $6, whatever. So you can, when you hit on the front end, you can lose 2 more DCs and hit on the third one and still make money overall in that particular one. So we got a hot shooter now. We're right in that. This is striking. This next 2-3 rolls, we want to hit that 7 right now. We never want to see a roll. When you're a DC player, when we got on the DC fairly early, you don't want to see a roll in the teens, because that means you just have to keep replacing those DC bets. Oh, there it is. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Folks, this happened to work out just perfectly. Don't think it's this easy. This happened to work out for us. So I'm going to lose the 9, I'm going to lose the 5, I'm going to lose the DC. So how much did we lose? $10, $20, $30 we lost. But I'm going to win it back. I'm going to win 10, 20, 30. These are even money payouts, just like the don't pass it. I did not hit 1 point in this video. $10, $10, $10, $10. I did not hit 1 point. And I'll tell you, I always, if you've watched my videos in the past, you know I'm a big cluster guy. When I see clusters of my chips on certain numbers, if I'm on a DC, if I'm a DC player that day, and I see clusters of chips on numbers, that's horrible. Because that means I keep replacing the DCs when I lose them. In this case, we spread out all the box numbers almost to perfection. Wow. That's amazing, really. That was about as good as it gets. That was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rollers. The 9th roll, boom, we hit a big red. That's about as good as you can get. Let's go ahead and just look at our chip count. When I am on the DC, I will do protection on the hardways on the even numbers, just because I feel it's the right thing to do. We started with 500 or 400. I don't know. I think it was 5. I don't know. Maybe it was 400. I think I started with 400. I don't know. Whatever. I know we're up just a little bit. There's 200. Get a rough start. As long as you get those mediums, the DC bets are great for those medium rolls. Especially this way to play the DC with collecting those place numbers up front early. That's 200, 300, 4, 25, 35, 4, 45. I think we're up $45. I started with 400. We're up $45. Nothing great, nothing exciting, but it's a way for you to play the game on cold tables. You're really not looking for the 0.7 out, really, but if you're on the don't, maybe you want to bump up the initial don't to protect your initial investment. I was just doing the table minimum. You can start with maybe a quarter when you've got 54 across, and then after you do a couple of collections, you can reduce that don't down to 15 or $10. That's always a possibility. Well, I appreciate everybody watching my videos. To me, this is the best way to play the don't pass. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Until tomorrow, thank you so much.